Good morning. Coming up, we're live in Georgia as former President Trump prepares to surrender in Atlanta. The countdown to the first GOP debate with a look at the candidates taking the stage. Also this morning, the growing concern about retail theft from one major retail chain as other stores sound the alarm. And Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran joins us live. That's coming up right here on GMA.
Hey, quick reminder to get your tickets for this year's KSAT Pigskin Classic. They're on sale right now. Scan this QR code to see all our ticket options. It kicks off Friday the 25th, followed by the triple header on Saturday the 26th. Coming up on GMSA, the largest school district in San Antonio officially starts classes Monday. How Northside ISD is planning to keep kids safe this year. And up next, wind from Tropical Storm Harold spread a fire to several neighboring homes. How the families there are dealing with the damage. And traffic, our only incident right now this morning is some final activity. Construction is now underway, it would appear. 35 in Brooklyn. That exit's been closed for some time now. Right now, GMSA, several car owners waking up to bad news after San Antonio police say a man hit several parked cars just down the street from KSAT 12. What they're saying about the suspect and his arrest. Plus.
And as much as I'd like to be angry, because many times I am, I really just wanted to cry.
Hundreds of cats and dogs are euthanized in San Antonio every month, but we have learned 2 dogs were put to sleep and they didn't have to be. Our Sarah Costa will join us with how ACS is responding to that outrage.
A lot of folks got some rain yesterday. Not everybody, but a generous amount, more so than other areas. We've got some morning clouds out there and a ton of humidity.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Yeah, we were soaking up those showers yesterday. Good morning, everybody. It's 6 a.m. on your Wednesday, August 23rd.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the rain. And I was telling Mark earlier that I was glad to use the umbrella not to block the sun, but, you know, for the rain this time around.
We were so focused on rain, Mike. I don't even know what the high temperature was yesterday.
91.
Whoa.
That was it. We were forecasting a little bit warmer than that, but some of those showers moved in much more quickly, and that helped to keep temperatures down. So, yeah, it was fantastic. And most everybody got a little bit of rain or a lot of rain, and the majority of it was well down to the south as expected. Then we had that one band that moved through right there throughout the northern Bexar County, right along 1090 later on in the afternoon, right around dinner time. But, you know, we're looking at a good, say, 2-3 inches of rain, a little bit more. There were some heavier amounts on top of that as with some of those storms that moved on through. But that was kind of the general rule of thumb, was about 3 inches of rain down to the south and west. And then right there in northern Atascosa County, about an inch and a half or so right around Hondo. And further up in northern Bexar County was where most of the rain, or the heaviest rain, was, and then not as much in the southern half of the county yesterday. But it's still, everybody got a little bit of something. Not a drought breaker, but hey, it was beautiful to see. We do still have some showers out there. Even a couple of lightning strikes have been detected with this cell. Nothing as of right now, but this has been kind of moving in one line. So that's from southern Atascosa County up in towards Sabinal, and a couple of decent downpours associated with that as well. In and around town, we've got a few light showers. We've had just a couple of little light ones here and there all morning long. So you might want to assume that all the roads are on the damp side, not only left over from yesterday, but a couple little sprinkles here. And what we're picking up right now, just over there right around 10 at 410. And then up around Hollywood Park, heading in toward Timberwood Park as well, and a bit more further on down to the southwest. So we still have a stream of moisture coming in here from the Gulf of Mexico, which is why we'll keep some of these showers around this morning, and then even a few more, just 1 or 2 later on this afternoon. Yesterday's count on mold was on the low side. Interesting to see when the updated count comes out later on today. I have a feeling it's going to be a whole lot higher than that. 90 at noon, 98 high temperature. So we are going to stay below 100 today, but with all the humidity, which is going to remain high all day long, it's going to feel a whole lot warmer than that. And again, a shower or 2. Back to the triple digits, but in a couple of days, it does include another stray shower or two. Details on that in just a few minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, what's going on?
Well, the progress here at 35, Mike. This is good news for drivers, but it could lead to some delays for your early morning drive. Let's show you what's going on out here. We have that exit there at Brooklyn Avenue, 35 southbound, that's been closed for more than 2 months. And as we've been informing you, this actually stems from a fire that occurred under the overpass there, caused some damage, which led to that closure for a lot of folks. A lot of frustrations as well, but we are starting to see crews out there make those repairs, but it's led to other delays as we take a look there at our map. 35 southbound, again, remember, Brooklyn Avenue has been closed. We see that, and we have crews out there, but because they're making this work early in the morning, we have seen other closures take place. 37 southbound to I-35 northbound and 281 southbound to I-35 northbound are closed as, again, crews are making those repairs. So let's hope we'll see some good news out there, and let's hope we'll finally see Brooklyn Avenue reopen. But let's give you a look at the map, and the only issues that we're seeing are right there along the downtown area. But we also have plenty of construction taking place in and around our city. Thankfully, none of it is slowing folks down this early in the morning. If your travels take you in from Pleasanton along 37 northbound, it still should be a pleasant drive with 27 minutes. US 90 eastbound, it's about a half-hour drive if you're heading in from Castroville, and that arrival from Lytle should be about 15 minutes. Let's get one last look here at 35 at St. Mary's, though. I've not seen major delays just yet, but I have to keep a close eye on this. We'll have more updates for you, and hopefully a better one by the end of the day. But again, crews are out there making the repairs. We'll have more updates for you throughout the morning. Mark.
Thank you, Stephen. Animal Care Services euthanizes hundreds of dogs every month, most often to free up room in its crowded San Antonio shelter. But 2 of the dogs put down this month should have been safe.
Our Sarah Costa joins us now in the studio with that story. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Mark and Steph. This is a sad story. Bandito and Babe were 2 dogs that had holds on them to keep them from being euthanized. In a social media post Monday night, Animal Care Services announced it had accidentally euthanized 2 dogs, Babe and Bandito, that were supposed to be released to rescue organizations. Babe was euthanized on August 12th. Bandito was put down Monday, 9 days later.
And then I get a call from ACS that our dog had been euthanized. And as much as I'd like to be angry, because many times I am, I really just wanted to cry.
We spoke with the ACS director, Shannon Sims, who says what happened is not a common mistake. She blames a communication breakdown for the dogs being euthanized.
The word either didn't get to the specialist or the specialist didn't clearly review the notes. That's the part that we're currently investigating.
The dog's deaths also come amid a controversial change in the department's euthanization procedure. Then that change was reversed. Sims says Babe and Bandito's deaths were not related to that new procedure, which held a harder line on how late holds could be placed. But records provided by Walker shows that Bandito's hold came right after the city typically starts its euthanizations. You can read more about this story right now on KSAT.com. Mark, Steph.
Sarah. Some local families are without a place of their own after a fire spread by wind damaged 4 buildings. This happened near Buena Vista Street and South Pinto yesterday afternoon. Now, one of those victims say she was homeless and just 6 months ago and was starting to get on her feet. San Antonio fire officials say that blaze started in a vacant building. However, winds from Tropical Storm Harold spread the fire in all directions. Crews were able to get that fire under control in about an hour. Maria Lozano said she smelled smoke and ran out of her home with her family. This is also the second fire that's taken her home.
Nothing survived. No apartments. And we lost everything. We were homeless for a couple of months, but then we found out about Heaven for Hope. We went there and we stayed there and they helped us there.
The cause of the fire is under investigation, but officials say they are dealing with vagrancy.
Looking ahead, tonight is the first Republican primary debate of the 2024 presidential race. It'll be in Milwaukee. Former President Trump will not participate in the debate. The Republican National Committee says 8 other top candidates qualify for the event. The former president still dominates the field with his indictments in 4 separate criminal cases, boosting his popularity among Republican voters. Trump has said there is little political upside for him to debate his rivals.
In your morning headlines, a federal judge in Austin is asking the state of Texas and the Department of Justice for written closing arguments by the end of the week so he can make a decision on the border buoys floating along the Rio Grande. Texas placed the buoys in the river last month as part of Operation Lone Star. The buoys raised humanitarian and diplomatic concerns, and the DOJ sued Texas and wants them removed. The judge says he would like to make a decision soon after he gets those written arguments later this week.
Now to a dramatic rescue of children trapped high above a ravine in Pakistan from that cable car.
The rescue played out on live TV for several hours.
As ABC's Allison Kosick reports, cameras captured the tense moments when the people aboard were finally brought to safety.
It was a heart-stopping rescue in midair, more than 600 feet above a ravine in northwest Pakistan. 6 children and 2 adults trapped in this cable car after a line snapped, leaving them dangling from a single cable. The cable car transports students to school every day, a lifeline in that mountainous region with few roads. It took crews 3 hours to stage the delicate rescue effort. Here, one child is seen swinging out from the car, hoisted up by a safety line to a military helicopter hovering above. But crews feared the rotors from the rescue chopper could destabilize the cable car, and as the hours went by and darkness set in, they needed a new strategy. 2 daring responders climbed out onto the cable to set up a makeshift rescue zip line. The operation extending into the night until finally the last of those trapped were brought down to the ground safe after 16 long, harrowing hours. This boy saying, "We were very scared. The first car was shaking. Then helicopters came and we gained some confidence." Meanwhile, those 2 brave rescuers are now being hailed heroes across Pakistan. By the grace of Allah, all of them are fine, he said.
There are regular complaints that the cable car system is not properly maintained, so there are new calls for safety improvements. But without it, those kids would have a 2-hour drive to school. That cable car cuts it to 4 minutes. Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
Time now 6:11 and 79 degrees for now.
Still to come, Netflix getting in on the Love is Blind craze with a game you can play on your phone. That's coming up before 6:30.
And after the break, staff and employees in the Baptist Health System are competing in a blood drive starting this morning. What you need to know about donating next.
And outside with live cam, the rain was so nice. We were all soaking up the sounds and the smells of that rainfall in the area. Seems like it's been a century since we've had showers in our area. We're going to talk to Mike more about some of those rainfall totals, etc. coming up.
And welcome back at 6:14. Now, San Antonio police say a driver was detained overnight just down the street from our KSAT studios for suspicion of driving while intoxicated after a rollover crash downtown. The crash happened just before 3:30 this morning on St. Mary Street and Jones Avenue, just down the street from KSAT. A police officer at the scene said the driver, a man in his 20s, hit 3 parked vehicles on the side of the street and rolled his vehicle over. No one was injured.
Happening today, Baptist Health System is hosting a blood drive challenge to encourage everyone to donate.
We rely on donors. There's no other way to get blood.
All staff and employees within the Baptist Health System will be competing to see which of the 6 hospitals can donate the most. As the staff participate, they're encouraging you to donate as well, especially since the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center says we are at a 2-day supply of blood for our area.
All blood types are needed at all times, for us to be able to maintain adequate supply for all the patients that come through the Baptist Health System.
Blood Drive Challenge starts this morning at 9:30, all 6 Baptist hospital locations. Anyone is encouraged to donate from now through Friday. If you're interested, you can do so by heading to our website, ksat.com.
And still flashing lights out there at I-35 at St. Mary's. Let's check back with Stephen.
Yeah, they're hoping that we'll see those flashing lights disappear soon and we'll hopefully see those lanes reopen. This is 35 southbound upper level at Brooklyn. We've had our eyes on this for more than 2 months. And of course, as a reminder to you, we've seen that exit there for quite a while be blocked off because crews are working to make the repairs. But today, this morning, is actually the first time that we are actually seeing those crews out there. So I know for a lot of drivers, they were curious to find out when this will reopen. Still no word yet from TxDOT. I'll send them an email a little bit later on. But for for right now. Watch out as crews do make those repairs on the upper level of 35 southbound, that exit to Brooklyn Avenue. There are other closures still happening because of the work that's taking place there this morning. We have a closure here at 37 southbound to I-35 northbound and 281 southbound to 35 northbound. So if your travels take you through there this early in the morning, just watch out. There could be some delays that take place as morning rush kicks off. I do want to take a drive over here because also we have a crash that looks like it was reported at 37 southbound at loop 1604. This is out toward Elmendorf. Unfortunately, I've not seen any TransGuide cameras that are showing any flashing lights, but I'll give our friends over there a call, find out what they are seeing, if anything at all. But giving you a wide look back here at the metropolitan area, thankfully our morning is pretty quiet aside from the work that we're seeing there along 35 southbound. But yeah, as we mentioned earlier, we've been talking about it. This is an area that we've had our eyes on here in the studio. I know this has affected a lot of people that travel into work this early in the morning. So we're hoping we'll see that reopen, but we'll send text out an email and find out when that will actually happen.
Our producer Colin was saying this adds at least 5 minutes to his commute. I'm sure it's more for some other folks.
I think Sarah Acosta also mentioned this affects her commute as well, but a lot of other people who have to exit there, it's been...
Have they ever told you exactly what the damage was? I mean, I know it was from the fire, but I mean,
right? Last check, we know that the closure was just long term. That's all it was.
They didn't say it did this or did this. You know, we have to repair this.
We have not heard exactly what type of damage was caused there. Just that it was pretty bad.
Haven't released it yet.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right. As you are hitting the roads this morning, watch out for the school buses. And the roads are going to be damp. I mean, from leftover rain yesterday, we've had a couple of sprinkles around this morning. Temperatures are in the upper 70s. But boy, there is a ton of humidity out there. Maybe running. Yeah, it's humidity in all capital letters. 98 high temperature today. So we will stay below 100, but it's going to feel a lot hotter than that because the humidity will stick around all day long. And maybe another shower or two is going to be possible. So rain gauges, yeah, they finally, some of the, blow the dust out of them yesterday and then put a little bit of rain in there. And you can see in Timberwood Park, yeah, nice little surprise. We were forecasting about a quarter of an inch, but that one band came through here late in the day. And boy, that really bumped that up. So northern Bexar County, this was pretty much kind of across the board going through the northern portion of Bexar County, right along 1090 where that batch came through late in the day and about an inch of rain or so. So that was beautiful. And we still have more rain, obviously, this batch from Leakey back down to the southeast. We've had a few decent downpours thrown on in, and that's the situation. Let me go over here in toward about around Sabinal and then down around Devine in southern Atascosa County. And this line does continue all the way down to the southeast, and it's that batch of moisture, that stream of moisture, it's still getting pulled on in here on the tail end of Harold, which is way off to the northwest of us. Now, here in Bexar County, we do have a few more showers, just a couple of scattered ones here and there. Not much really, but as you can see, just those few little sprinkles that have been moving on through. A few of them up there almost moving in toward Bernie right now. So again, we've had a couple of showers. Roads are going to be on the damp side. Temperatures stay pretty steady for the next couple of hours with those couple of showers here and there. And then maybe a lull in the action and they'll start to pick back up again, just one or two of them later on this afternoon. Like I said, 98 for a high temperature, but it's definitely going to be feeling a whole lot hotter than that with all that humidity. Here's the computer model that shows a couple of those leftover showers later on this afternoon, but they will continue to kind of drift off there to the west. All right, jump ahead. And tomorrow, pretty much rain-free. We're not going to have anything out there. We're going to have a lot of sunshine. Then we go into Friday. Couple of sprinkly showers are possible. Not a big deal, just one or two of them out there. That's going to be the situation Saturday. One or two on Sunday, even going into Monday as well as on Tuesday. So we're going to be in a situation where even though it's still going to be pretty hot, we'll still be in the hundreds starting tomorrow. They'll pick back up again tomorrow. We will have one or two of those showers kind of scattered about the area just because of the way that darn old heat high, which has been plaguing us forever, is situated. So it'll bring a shower or two in here. And then the question being, by the middle of next week, do we get something that's going to put temperatures back down into the 90s? which would be nice.
Like a little front?
Well, yeah, I mean, things are starting to kind of shift around somewhat in the atmosphere, so there are some indications. Not every model's in agreement. It's still, I always say a week away. A lot changes between now and then, but yeah, there are some indications we'll be down in the 90s.
We have a sister station in Southwest Virginia, and they were reporting morning lows the other day, like 40s, 50s one morning. And
yeah, not the case here.
Not even close. 621, 79 degrees.
And we'll be right back with your consumer headlines.
Kayaking is my thing.
Running is awesome. But her moderate to severe eczema would make her skin so uncomfortable.
I was always so itchy, especially when I was hot.
Now my skin doesn't itch as much. Now we're staying ahead of her eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion, and Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so they can have clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a wonderful thing.
Ask your child's eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal their skin from within.
In your morning consumer headlines, Congress focusing on recalled products for kids. House lawmakers sent letters to Facebook, Amazon, eBay, and other sites about items still being sold on the site that are linked to more than 100 infant deaths. One product was actually recalled 4 years ago.
And get ready for more ads on TikTok. Users searching for a specific video will begin seeing sponsored content in the search results. The user will have to click on the ad in order to scroll through the results and then watch the desired video.
Netflix is launching a new mobile game to match its Love is Blind reality series. Just like the dating show, it puts you in a pod with an unseen suitor to engage in relationship drama. The interactive game is due out next month to coincide with the Love is Blind premiere. More Netflix games are apparently coming soon.
Interesting. Time now, 6:26 and 79 degrees for now.
Still ahead at 6:30. The summer heat isn't the only thing people have to worry about. Why people are still getting sick with allergies and what you can do about it. Plus,
my wife and I both went to school there, graduated there. She in 1970, me in 72.
And are you ready for some football? Well, we spoke with one Somerset superfan coming all the way from Houston to see his team play in the KSAT Pigskin Classic. Why he says it's worth the trip.
And that Brooklyn exit has been closed for months. We're seeing signs of progress this morning. A lot of construction vehicles right now. The exit remains closed. And now we may see other problems due to all these vehicles out there at the site this morning. We'll be back. This morning on GMSA, police in Seguin say someone could be facing charges after a gun was fired on a crowded school bus Tuesday morning. What we've been able to learn about the case and the parent involved. Plus,
take every threat serious, and we follow up on every lead.
The largest school district in the San Antonio area officially starts classes next Monday. What Northside ISD is planning to do to keep kids safe this year.
Well, many commuters have been waiting for signs of progress at 35 in Brooklyn. We're going to take a look at that with Stephen Cavazos coming up. Right now, a live look at the airport. It's a super extra humid morning out there because of the showers we have in the area Tuesday.
Yes, it's humid, but we were thankful for the rain yesterday. Good morning at 6:30 on your Wednesday, August 23rd.
And for once, Mike Osterhage is smiling big this morning because of showers in the area. Something else to talk about.
We've got a couple of leftover showers hanging around here. Yes, the humidity is there, but again, it's because of all the moisture in the ground from that rain, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
14 degrees cooler yesterday than what it was the day before.
Sold.
Yeah, we were at 105, and then we got down to 91, or only at 91, I should say, yesterday afternoon, thanks to some of that rain. A lot of clouds, obviously, starting off this morning, and still some, you can see maybe a little bit of a sheen there on the road. We've had a few little sprinkles off and on throughout the metropolitan area this morning. Temperature stands at 79, but it's this number that makes all the difference. Dew points at 76. you get up there above 74 and above, it's really, tropical, wet blanket, however you want to describe it, kind of humidity, wind out of the east-southeast at 10 miles per hour. Again, we still have a few light showers, even a couple of decent downpours left over, and even a few lightning strikes there, just right around Sabinal, one or two of those lightning strikes, and things are moving along at a pretty good clip. We're looking at 35 to 40 miles per hour as far as the movement of these cells. So they're not sitting just in one spot, but you obviously had some of the lion's share of rain out there to the west yesterday, so this is adding to it. We want to watch it around some of the low water crossings, things like that. Devine, a nice shower is moving through there, and then here in town, we're not seeing much as of right now. A few of these light little showers on the north side, but we have had a couple of them, as you can see, moving through near the downtown area within the past hour. So again, roads are going to be on the damp side. And then the line of rain does continue down to the southeast. So it's that stream of moisture, kind of the tail, if you will, of Harold, which is well off to the northwest of us, but it still has that little tail, which is pulling in some of that moisture. So that's why we're seeing a few of those showers and even a couple of more later on today. 83 is what it feels like out there at the airport. 88 is the heat index right now at Castroville with all of that humidity. Now, this is yesterday's reading. The updated count comes out in about an hour. It's going to be interesting to see how much mold went up with all of this moisture hanging around here. Very humid, couple of showers hanging around this morning. 98 high temperature today, partly cloudy skies, still a leftover shower or two. Now, the 98, though, is going to feel a whole lot hotter than that, of course, with the humidity, because that will be sticking around today. Mostly sunny tomorrow, back to the triple digits. We stay in triple digits through the weekend, but add to that the chance for a couple of showers this weekend. All the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, what's going on the road, sir?
Well, this may be the one time that we are happy to see flashing lights out there, Mike. We are talking about this exit here at 35 upper level southbound. That exit to Brooklyn Avenue has been blocked for several months, almost more than 2 months actually, but we do have crews out there making repairs. And as we mentioned to you earlier this morning, this is really the first time that we've seen those crews out there this early in the morning. So it's making a lot of us here in the studio very happy, but we know this could still lead to some delays for anybody that is traveling through the area at this time. So let's show you what's happening. Now remember, we have that closure there, 35 southbound at Brooklyn Avenue, that's been in place for more than 2 months. This stems from a fire that occurred and caused some damage to the overpass there. So we've had those closures in place, but this morning we're seeing crews out there. So because of that, we also have other closures that are taking place at this hour. 37 southbound, that exit to I-35 northbound is also closed, as well as 281 southbound to I-35 northbound. I know I've been talking about it for a little while now, but we just want you to be aware because we've entered that hour where things really start to shift out on the roadway. We're going to see a lot more activity out there. And in fact, as we give you a wide view of the map, I'm starting to see a little bit of a buildup out here along US 90 eastbound just before Loop 1604. So if you live in Castroville, you're waking up this early, expect some delays out there. But expect delays here if we still have crews at 35 at St. Mary's. But remember, this is some good news that we are seeing out there because that exit has been blocked for more than 2 months. I'll send text out an email later this morning to find out when or if we'll see that reopen today. We'll have that answer for you a little bit later on. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Developing right now, San Antonio firefighters have been keeping watch all night over a site where several homes burned to the ground. That fire, which started in a vacant home, quickly spread due to yesterday's stormy weather. Katrina Weber is live in that west side neighborhood where it all happened at Buena Vista Street, not far from West Commerce and Pinto Streets. Katrina, it looks like a lot different there from what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. What we have behind us right here is a big pile of rubble where there had been several homes. Everything that was involved in that fire yesterday afternoon had to be torn down. There were multiple families living in each of the 3 occupied buildings that burned. Firefighters say it looks like the fire started in a 4th home, one that was supposed to be vacant. However, they believe this was a situation where someone may have gotten inside and possibly started the fire. This happened around 4 yesterday afternoon, right around the time that our area was being hit by remnants of a tropical storm. The firefighters say the strong winds fanned those flames and caused the fire to spread very quickly. No one was hurt. but all the families who lived here have been left without homes. Now, I can tell you this has to be one of the worst situations in terms of damage that stemmed from a fire that started in a vacant home. We've covered more than a dozen of those this year, including some where the fire did spread to other homes that were occupied. But I can tell you again, this has to be one of the worst situations. Several families now without homes. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. New this morning, a man facing charges after crashing into several vehicles, then rolling over in the middle of a downtown road. Take a look at this mess left behind. Happened a little after 3 this morning at St. Mary's Street and Jones Avenue. A police officer on scene told us the driver, a man in his 20s, hit 3 parked cars on the side of the street and rolled his vehicle over. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The driver was detained on suspicion of DWI. Largest school district in the San Antonio metro area officially starts classes coming up on Monday.
Northside ISD is welcoming 102,000 students this year to more than 125 campuses or programs.
Sarah Costa joins us now on GMSA to talk about changes this year to campus security. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark and Steph. It's a massive number of students returning to class, and school safety is once again top of mind as students head back from panic buttons to bullet-resistant lobbies. Northside ISD implementing several security changes. Those changes include bullet-resistant security lobbies and single point of entry at every elementary school. Plus, high school students must now have their IDs visible. We talked to NISD Police Chief Charlie Carnes and got a look inside the Communications Center, a valuable tool for social media threats.
We also have filters and scrubs, through our technology here at Northside, that we get alerts when certain things are mentioned. We take every threat serious, and we follow up on every lead.
NISD is also looking to install 2 sensors for vaping. Also, throughout the school year, will begin to a number of its exterior doors so officers can respond to emergencies faster. Mark, Steph.
San Antonio ISD Board has unanimously voted to file for exemption from a state law that requires an armed security officer on every campus. The law goes into effect for every school in Texas September 1. Board members say a lack of funding and personnel is what's preventing them from staffing every campus with an armed officer. The district's police chief says his team of 58 officers is spread thin and the force is short about 10 officers, but that still would not be enough for every campus.
An elementary school student fired a gun inside a Seguin school bus yesterday, and this morning police are trying to figure out how it all happened. Seguin police say the student pulled the trigger as the bus was entering the parking lot at Jefferson Elementary, and the gun was fired into the back of a seat. Thankfully, a metal plate stopped that bullet from hurting anyone. Police say the student probably won't face charges, but the same can't be said for the student's mother.
We're exploring those options, so it'll be based basically on the facts of the case that as we uncover them, and of course the elements of the various statutes that may be applicable.
Now, the student will remain off campus as police continue their investigation.
Just about 6:40, 79 degrees.
Just ahead, we are getting ready for the KSAT Pigskin Classic, and we're not the only ones who are excited. We're going to meet one Somerset superfan who's coming all the way from Houston to see his team play in the Alamodome.
6:43, welcome back and good morning. The second KSAT Pigskin Classic is just days away, and the hype and buzz are growing, not just here locally.
That's right. The anticipation to the high school football action traveled down I-10 to Houston. That's where a Somerset super fan lives now. Our Sarah Costa joins us now with all the details. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, guys. It's an exciting time for sure. And get this, Douglas Kurz tells us his family has been in and around Somerset for over 100 years. So Kurz was part of the 1971-72 team that brought Somerset a district title behind late legendary coach Sonny Detmer. Sonny's son, Coy, will be calling the plays for the Bulldogs during this year's KSAT Pigskin Classic. So Kerr says he and 20 plus of his former teammates and cheerleaders will be at the game, and they jumped at the chance after hearing about last year's event.
One of my managers, his son, and he went to Judson. So he was telling me about last year, how exciting it was.
It was definitely very exciting last year and going to be super exciting this year. All 3 games last year were decided by 3 points or less. So this year, 8 teams will play in 4 games, and Kurz is looking forward to seeing his Bulldogs under the bright lights of the Alamo Dome on Saturday. So here's a look at those matchups. First game, Friday night, Antonian and Holy Cross. Then on Saturday, Southside, Somerset, followed by Jefferson, Uvalde, and our final game, O'Connor and Brandeis, all taking part in the 2-day event. It begins Friday night, and then our triple header on Saturday. And you still have time to get your tickets for the KSAT Pigskin Classic. They are on sale now. You can find this link on ksat.com. All of these games are taking place at the Alamo Dome, of course. And if you aren't a KSAT insider, it's not too late. Make sure you sign up so you can get the best seats in the house along with other perks. And one last thing, since games will be shown Friday night and all day Saturday on KSAT, that means some ABC programming, including 2 Little League World Series games, will be shown at different times. We have all that information on our website on ksat.com. I know I'm really excited, Mark and Steph. Max Massey and Sarah Spivey and I will be live anchoring our GMSA weekend show out there starting 8 a.m. on Saturday inside the Dome.
And we are going to catch you there at some point Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, we'll join you soon. Time now, 6:45, and still flashing lights at I-35 at St. Mary's. It almost looks like a little parade there.
A parade of lights. And you know what? I know drivers have been looking forward to seeing that exit at Brooklyn Avenue reopen, but no reopening has been issued just yet. We do know that crews are still out there working to make those repairs. But remember, this is the first time that we've caught a glimpse of that here on the morning show. We're going to keep a very close eye on this throughout the morning. It's really been our main focal point out on the roadways, but you can see that, like Steph mentioned, there is a line of flashing lights out there, and it is almost like a parade. But we know that that closure has been in place due to a fire that broke out there more than 2 months ago. So that's why we have the closure, and we're starting to see a little bit more of the backup, which is not necessarily a good thing. Remember, 35 southbound, that exit to Brooklyn Avenue is where you're going to see those flashing lights. But because of that, we also have those other closures still in place, and we want you to be in the know before you have to go. 37 southbound to I-35 northbound and 281 southbound to I-35 northbound are closed as well. We sent a push alert out a little bit earlier this morning. I'll talk to our web team to see if we can send that out again for any of you that have to hit the roads in the next few minutes or so. But remember, we hope to see that reopen at some point pretty soon. Taking a wide look at the map, we're not seeing anything else other than maybe just some slight delays there along US 90 eastbound. That's pretty average, but traffic moving at just 30 miles per hour just before Loop 1604. A crash also has popped up off of I-35 near Live Oak. We'll find out how that impacts the commute, but it doesn't appear to be on the main lanes of traffic. So that's the good news. But let's get a look around town. We haven't really shown our viewers anything else that's happening. I've not seen any reports of any major incidents, maybe a stalled vehicle here or there, but we're starting to see a little bit more of that backup there at 10 at Frio, and I believe that is because of the incident that we have there at 35 where we have crews repairing things. And it looks like we may have a stalled vehicle out at US 90 as well near Loop 1604.
Saw that too. All right. Thank you, Steven. It's turning into a busy morning after all.
Looks like it.
Yes.
That's very.
I want to shout out to the Uvalde cheerleaders. They were on SA Live yesterday because we're previewing all the, coming up to it, and they are excited. They got to cheer last year for one of the UTSA games. Nice. And they were just saying, that feeling walking out of the tunnel going, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool there.
Get ready. If you have never been on the field there at the Dome before, that's always pretty neat walking out of that tunnel.
We'll be making some memories together, aren't we?
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. We've got a pep rally Friday as well before at 1 o'clock. So, all right, back to the weather. And yesterday, now, if there's storms out, do not go outside. We have to, do this, but what a great picture there. Outside enjoying the rain. Oh, my goodness gracious. It was absolutely beautiful to see. Nothing like a good old rain shower in the summertime. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Still got a couple of showers hanging around. They have been sort of even dying down just a little bit as the morning has rolled on. We've got these few here right around Concan, Sabinal. Everything has been moving off to the northwest. Pretty good clip, 35, 40 miles per hour, and 1 or 2 lightning strikes have been showing up. We're not seeing a whole lot right now. Just to the west of Pleasanton, we've got another fairly decent batch of rain, kind of right there smack in the middle between Charlotte, Pleasanton, and Poteet. Again, moving off to the northwest, 35 to 40 miles per hour. Excuse me. And then here in town, we have seen a few little sprinkly showers here and there this morning. Not really a whole lot. but just consider that some of the roads are damp because, again, we have had not only leftover moisture on the roads from yesterday, but those few little showers. And now even a couple are popping up here about halfway between Smiley and Stockdale, again, moving off to the northwest. So we'll still keep one or two of these showers around this morning, and then even one or two of them this afternoon. 79 right now is the temperature, 78 in Devine, 81 in Castroville, but there's a ton of humidity out there. These dew points are way up there, and the problem is dew points are going to be staying very high even through the afternoon, so it is definitely going to be a humid afternoon. Temperatures will make it up to 90 at noon. There's that small chance for a couple of showers then later on today, 98 for a high temperature. So we stay just below 100. It's going to feel like well up into the hundreds later on today, and we'll see some sunshine, especially later on. Now, more clouds off to the west, and there's those one or two showers out there later on this afternoon. Now, as we go into the next couple of days, then, after today's 98, yes, we will start racking up the triple digits tomorrow in through the weekend. Tomorrow, pretty much sunshine, but a stray shower or two over the weekend. So that's encouraging, despite the fact it's going to be really hot.
All right, thank you, Mike. Well, the summer heat hasn't been the only thing people have to worry about.
That's right. Allergies are something many of us have been dealing with. And so why is this? Our pollen count has shown low molds as the only allergen in our air recently. So how come people are still getting sick? Well, doctors say the main answer is dust mites and the humidity that we have seen this summer. Humidity promotes higher levels of dust mites in your home.
So what's happening is a lot of people are spending more time inside because it's so hot outside, and that's leaving them with that constant exposure.
Dr. Dennis Dilley of Dilley Allergy recommends that you go to your doctor to help with the allergies you might be experiencing.
Time check right now, 6:51, 79 degrees.
And let's look out there with live cam for now. Well, we had all that beautiful rain yesterday, so before you step outside, prepare for that humidity. That's what we have this morning, but we'll take it after all that rain. We'll be right back. And welcome back at 6:54. Our KSAT community team is excited to collect donations for the San Antonio Food Bank during all 4 games of the KSAT Pigskin Classic.
Right now, you can scan this code on your screen to make a donation, or you can just head to our website, ksat.com, to see the full list of items the food bank says they need the most.
And it looks like traffic is building up at Highway 90 at Loop 1604. Let's check back with Stephen Cavazos.
Yes, starting to see a lot of those delays out there. US 90 at Loop 1604. I've not seen any reports of a major incident, but by the looks of it, we do at least have 2 vehicles out there and, of course, the usual backup. But anytime a problem occurs along 90, it could lead to major delays. And we're starting to see some delays here along 35 southbound at Brooklyn Avenue, where we've had that closure now for more than 2 months. I'm getting ready to draft an email over to TxDOT to find out exactly what is taking place out there aside from the maintenance, and when or if we'll see that area reopen. We're going to work to get that answer for you. But in the meantime, just watch out here. 37 southbound to 35 northbound closed, as well as 281 southbound to I-35 northbound, Mike.
Still got lots of clouds hanging around here, and boy, a ton of humidity. Get ready when you step outside. We also still have a few scattered showers around the area. Fairly decent cell is developing there right around Pleasanton. Might even see a couple of lightning strikes with that. We've seen a few of them throughout the morning. Temperatures are in the upper 70s right now, but boy, factor in that humidity, and it's going to be sticking around throughout the day. 98, it's going to feel much hotter than that. A leftover shower or two. Triple digits tomorrow, all the way through the weekend, but at least a stray shower or two this weekend.
That sounds good. At least no triple digits today.
Right, but it don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. We'll have a good day.
Be safe out there. Good Morning America is coming up next.